low key, Marvel kind of like ruined superhero movies by like some people have expectations of a joke being thrown in a superhero movie, and it's like, like
I feel you, but I feel like it depends on the context because action and comedy have always been a beautiful like blending of movies. Like those are I feel like those two are the most compatible genres when it comes to movies, is action and comedy. So they just flow well together. That's why it's so easy for Marvel just to throw them in the movies like that. You know what I mean?
I think Marvel also just has a lot of comical characters. Like, when you think about it, Spider-Man is known for cracking jokes. Deadpool is literally a meme.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I think Marvel already had their character set up to be comical, which is why it made it easy. But DC does not.
DC got Flash, Green Lantern, Shazam. They have some guys who crack jokes on. That's a starting lineup too.
I mean, but like,
and all of those characters that you just named, when they put them on movies, they're fucking memes.
Yeah.
Shazam was a walking meme. Flash was a walking meme.
So what?
Give us Green Lantern. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a walking meme because all the Justice League animated series, that's literally what he is. The one that they use for like War and War movie and the movie that came
Justice League Dark, literally that whole series, all the animated series has been.
So
what separates Marvel from everyone being memes? Since everyone cracks jokes at the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Not everybody. Not everybody cracks jokes in Marvel.
Most of the heroes crack jokes.
Yeah. Let me put it like this: DCU, they crack jokes in the sense of like that's all you look at their character as. The characters in the MCU have more personality with jokes on the side, as opposed to their joke being the center to them.
So Flash is you just look at Flash.
He's just a walking meme. Think about it. What characterness did Flash really have up until the last 30
You mean the whole time that his main purpose is trying to get his father out of jail? Like that doesn't add any character. Like he
How much time did we spend on that? 5-hour movie.
Yeah.
How much time did we spend on that?
I mean, I get where he's coming from. Like, anytime Flash was in a scene, think about it, it was just like a joke. Especially, like, if you look at the original movie, it was even more so. Like, him falling on Wonder Woman and the whole breast thing being awkward.
Brunch.
Even when he saves the people in the truck, he then sees Superman come by with a whole, like, apartment building full of people that he just saved at the same time. Like, the Flash was just, I just push people and run. You know what I mean? Like, his whole thing was just to be funny. He was comic relief.
Isn't he always been the funny guy though?
But Flash has more character to him in other sources.
That's
Think about Flashpoint. He's silly. He's memeish. But Flashpoint was a good story about Flash.
That was his movie though.
Yes, but I'm saying like in DCU, it's comedy first, character development second.
Even if you look at like Justice League, the animated series. Think about that. There was an episode where literally the difference between the Justice League being the Justice League and just like about freedom and truth, and them being the Justice Lords was Flash being dead.
Yep.
That's the Flash dying was that dramatic of a shift. They went from being heroes to tyrants just because they lost that one member.
Yeah,
like that's how impactful the Flash was. He's just he's good-hearted. That's what I was gonna say. I was actually gonna say like if you look how Flash interacts even with like his villains. Like I think it was actually on the Justice League, but like it was an episode where they were opening the Flash Museum.
Oh yeah.
And dedicating it to him, right? And all of his villains decided to fuck with him on that day. Right. And he had like the Trickster, and like the Trickster's actually like a crazy dude. You know what I mean? So he like finds him, he's like, yo, you off your meds? What the fuck's going on, bro? Come on, bro. You know better than this. Let's get you on your meds. Let's get you back home. Like,
did he catch him at a bar?
Yeah, he caught him at a bar. He literally caught him at a bar and was like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on? Let's get you an Uber home. Like, that was the Flash with his villain. This is one of his rogues gallery. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and even Boomerang and them, they were just trying to, like, catch him. It wasn't like we want to kill you. It was just like we want to beat you once. It's more of a competition between him and his villains because of his character.
Okay.
Like, his villains are, and I think they did a good job of showing that in the show on CW.
Yeah. He made his villains stop trying to kill.
Exactly. He came to an agreement with Captain Cold. Like, all right, look, you know who I am. I know who you are. How about this? You try to commit a crime. I know you're smart enough where you can commit a crime without hurting anybody. If I can't catch you, then fine. Fuck it. You got away. But if I do, you know what I'm saying? You know what time it is, basically. Like, But he came to that agreement with his hero, like with his villains. Batman doesn't have that. Superman doesn't have that. There's no other hero that's quite like the Flash, just as a person. You know what I mean? He's just a good dude. But they don't display that in like the DCU or the DCEU.
I feel
you don't see that. You just see him as like, oh, he's just there for jokes. He's literally only a comic relief. We don't have any. There's no reason to invest into the character outside of him just cracking a joke. If he's not cracking a joke, you don't care. Like his dad being in prison felt very small to me because after that, the only thing that happened was just comical shit.
I feel you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no.
Right?
Yeah, like really, because even when he was filling out application at that little like pet store, that was a joke. That entire scene was a joke.
It was all a joke. All of it was a joke. Even him saving Iris was a joke. My man grabs a hot dog, like, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing is just like just meant to be funny. And that's me saying that as like at this point in my life, the Flash is probably one of my favorite DC characters. Like I'm having a hard time saying who I would put over him.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy strong, but he's also a good dude.
He's a better superhero than Batman.
Let's relax.
It sucks to say, but
let's calm down.
It really is true. Batman is a terrible superhero.
His city ain't corrupt.
Let's calm down.
Gotham is actually a shit show.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's calm.
And I love Batman, but we gotta be honest.
Let's calm down.
You gotta call a spade on this one.
Let's calm down. Listen,
he gotta do something else.
If Batman wasn't in Gotham, them niggas would lose their mind.
Niggas lose their mind regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The city's already lost, bro.
If anything, he's making it
I was
worse.
about to say, didn't Batman create half his villains
Yes.
by being Batman?
Hey,
that's per the Riddler.
a small price to pay.
All right. For the continued corruption of your city.
I mean, Superman's villains, like Metallo, like half of these villains, like they not saying like he created them, but he had a small like hand in. All right, you know
they were
what?
specifically designed to combat Superman.
Yeah, he didn't create that. They created that to beat his ass.
You have to realize Batman is literally turning ordinary citizens into supervillains. All right, on a regular basis. Like the Riddler went from being a nobody to a mass killer.
I mean, Bane wasn't like a regular nobody. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was. I mean, he wasn't like a regular nobody, but he was a nobody.
Was his thing always to? I know he grew up in a prison. He grew up his whole life in a prison. Was his original goal always to go to Gotham and beat Batman?
Yeah, that was his whole MO. Like he had like no other motive but to just fuck with Batman.
That's Christopher Nolan's
No.
Bane.
No,
Right?
original
Comic book Bane.
Yeah, the Nightfall
did come specifically to Gotham to beat Batman.
That's
Okay.
right.
Because Batman was beating everybody, so Bane was like, "Oh, let me."
Show y'all how it's done.
Yeah.
And he found out like who he was, like where he stays at. My man's pulled up to the
Pulled up on
Batcave,
him,
whooped Alfred, beat Batman, and left. He said, "Well, I did what I had to do."
I don't understand why everybody was struggling with this guy.
Yeah, that's wild.
All they had to do was pick him up and bend him over their knee and walk away. Job done.
I mean, but in fairness, this Batman had lost Jason Todd, had literally fought almost everybody in Arkham Asylum. He was tired as shit. He got back home and Bane just caught him.
I mean, that's
Didn't
called
Bane
good
orchestrate
timing.
That, though? No, I think Bane orchestrated that.
Yeah.
The whole Arkham Asylum breakout in the comic books.
Yeah.
100%.
But even then, like, my point, like, Bane caught Batman, like, at...
No, Bane sat Batman up.
Yeah. That was planned, bro.
Yeah, he set him
He
up.
still caught him at a
Because
bad
Batman
time.
couldn't out detective him.
I mean, he just lost Jason Todd, so...
That's irrelevant.
That literally ties into the story of Nightfall and Bane catching Batman. Like, literally, Jason Todd dies. Batman goes to find Joker, fights him with Superman's help. And then everything happened. Bane catches him. Boom. And then, new Batman.
Not to keep bringing this back up, but would Riddler count as someone with special needs? The Riddler?
No, he's just a narcissist.
No, he's just a
He's an
dude.
attention-seeking narcissist.
Did you see the movie? He was kind of doing.
Oh, no, I thought you meant comic book.
Oh no,
No,
this interpretation of Joker, and
Riddler.
I mean Riddler. Sorry, this
Yeah.
interpretation of Riddler.
I
You said
would.
special needs?
Yeah, a little.
That's the word you want to go
Or
with?
autistic.
Oh no, he wasn't autistic. He was. I mean, my man's basically.
He was on the spectrum, is what I'm trying to say.
No,
I think it's okay. I genuinely, I think it's okay to do that if your guy has like superpowers.
I get what you're saying, but if you feel that way about the Riddler, everybody in that movie was kind of giving me those vibes. So that's the reason why I'm thinking that like they
who?
weren't going for Bruce Wayne. I'll be real with you, Bruce.
A little bit.
Actually, the only people that I didn't have any concerns about was anybody that wasn't like the main focus. So I mean, like Jim Gordon was cool. Alfred clearly had his shit together, but Bruce and Riddler both were giving me some very like, how do y'all learn vibes?
Character on the street 1, character on the street 2.
Yeah, they were all, you know what I mean, safe, but maybe. Yeah, I don't know. No, I didn't get that vibe from him. I was getting the vibe that he was a man breaking down.
Okay.
Like, because clearly at that point in his life, he started putting on that mask, and he even said it, like, that was his alter ego. So him being in this mask is literally him adding a persona to his life. So I wasn't expecting everything to be kind of all together.
So him hallucinating that him and Batman could like be friends and shit in the jail, like coming up with that story.
No. In his head, him and Batman were doing the same thing.
Okay.
Batman was beating up criminals, which is an illegal activity, just like on his own, because he took it under his own. And he was like, okay, well, I also want to clean up the city I live in.
Yeah.
And these are the motherfuckers that are at the head of this shit. Like, so in his head, he was thinking like, Batman's going to be proud of me because I'm actually cutting off the head of the snake, not just chopping off the body parts.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't even say that was that's all. He was going crazy. Like, the only way we can make this better is by killing people. That's it.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?